Hey guys, Pete from Two Wheels here, and today we're talking about torque rings, basically clutch weights. Yeah, these are made by Motoes. Yeah, and they come in different weights and sizes. I'm going to tell you why you need one on your bike right now. So anyway, let's roll that beautiful intro and let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is a torque ring that's going to fit in your clutch. You can do this in around 5 to 10 minutes. You can change these. Now this one here we got, first one we got from Motoes, from Summer SMX, is a, hang on, my glasses on, 280 gram. Okay, so this is a 280 gram weight. Yeah, and then we got this one here, yep, is a 360, Jesus, can't remember, 368. Yeah, 368 grams, so a heavier flywheel. Now, why do you need a torque ring on your bike? So I fitted one to the KTM 300 TPI because I was building that bike all about torque, and torque is about rotational mass. So let's go back on that. You see a lot of riders, and using the correct technique is when they see really see, like, imagine a big step. They'll load their engine up, yeah, to get the rotational mass to take them up the climb. Okay, there'll be that rotational mass. You hear them revving the engine, dropping it, and bump up, they're up. The rotational mass is increased with the torque ring. Not only that, it smooths the power out, really smooths it out. When people rode my 300 TPI 2018 model, they said it felt like a bike that was like almost electric. It was so smooth. Second thing, because you've got the rotational mass, you've got less risk of stalling, because you've got the rotational mass going through the engine, yeah, and you've got less risk of stalling. Which probably the reason being why I had my finger off is that when the bike was on its side, the back wheel kept turning, yeah, it didn't stall, yeah, hence my finger then went into it. However, the clutch weight with that rotational mass, yeah, allows that engine just to keep going, because of you, it's simple science. Okay, so we're going to be fitting one of these on the KTM 350 EXCF. Now the KTM 350 EXCF is already a linear power delivery, so we're not too much bothered about linear power delivery on the 350. What we want on the 4-stroke, however, is that stalling. So you know, when on 4-stroke, when you get flame outs and all this kind of stuff, you have to be on the clutch to make sure it doesn't stall. It's very sensitive to RPM, etc. With a clutch weight, it's going to keep that rotational mass going. Yeah, so that's what we're going to fit. We are going to be fitting one as well on the Beta 300 Extrema RR again, but it really does give you extra torque. Yeah, it just keeps that engine going. Yeah, and it really allows it to lug as well. So we're going to start with the first torque ring, yeah, which is the lighter one. So I like to start off small and then build up to increments. So we'll start off small and then we'll go to the heavier one and see what the difference is. I'm going to show you how the installation goes. Okay, on when you're installing these, it is so simple. Yeah, and yeah, let's see how we get on. Cool. Okay guys, so that took me about 10 minutes. I'm just going to show what I've just done. Right, okay, you're going to lay the bike on its side, yeah, and so obviously the oil don't drain out, yeah. You're going to take off the clutch cover, make sure all the bolts are in place. I take it off like that, so the bolts are nicely in the same cover. And then what you're going to do is, now when you take off the original clutch, make sure there's 1, 2, 3 on your clutch adjuster. Make sure the bolts go in the same place. Literally take it off, place this back in, nip these up. Don't over tighten them because it's aluminium, and you know, aluminium, if you over tighten them you'll thread them. Just nip them up nice and, you know, snug. Yeah, no need to go crazy, and that is simple as that. That is it, put in place. Okay, took me about literally 10 minutes. Okay, so that's it back in place, and looks all nice, ready to finish the installation. Okay guys, so we fitted the flywheel weight in the garage, and I actually put it on. So I just wanted to make sure, because I had a bit of a, I don't know, it's like almost like hydraulic lock. For some reason, some air got in the clutch, and it was engaging the clutch all the time. And yeah, so I took it all, checked it all out. Ended up putting the 368 gram flywheel weight on from Motoes, and bled the clutch and all the fluid. The fluid in the clutch looked like the fluid on the floor right now. So brand new, and it feels so much better. So I can't recommend changing clutch fluid, and I think Sam from SMX actually does a clutch fluid changing kit. Anyway, let's take it nice and steady up here. It's actually, we had good weather yesterday. I was expecting to be a bit drier, but it's not. On the Motoes 350, different gearing, different flywheel weight, sorry, clutch weight. So here we get on. So I want tractability, that's what I want, and no stalling. So I've softened the suspension out a bit as well. So see where we get on with that. Set the sag. Whoa, starting to make a noise. Something that's making a screeching noise there. Don't know what that is. Clutch. But I've changed the fluid and everything. Definitely not the clutch weight. It pulls like a freaking train up there. So we're really happy. No stalling. You definitely have to be on the clutch more. Is it me? I don't know. Is it actually? Feels like it wants to get away with you. You know, get away from you for a bit. You have to try and rein it in. So yeah. Good so far. No stalling come up there. It was good. Let's see if that screeching carries on. Tractors, just pulls, grip everywhere. Grip everywhere. Yeah, amazing amount of grip. Yeah, that's just pulling. That's just tractoring up there. Smooths the power out proper. I mean, the power's smooth anyway, but definitely no sign of any stalling there. Yeah, that rotational mass is keeping you going. So let's try it on a different section. Yeah, good so far. What I think it is, I'm trying to ride this like a two-stroke. I don't know. I'm loving it. It's great. But I just gotta, learn to ride the four-stroke as well, because it's a different experience. My clutch needs adjusting because its clutch bite is way too far out for me. It's like out there almost, so I need it brought in. So I do use the clutch a lot. Suspension travel, yeah, I've done the forks, seen better there, using quite a bit of suspension there.
That's good to see, coming down there. And yeah, see how she rolls coming down here. Yep. So a lot of trees. See a lot of people go with the handlebars down there. I'm on my own today. Holy moly, someone's dug this one out. Just roll. Engine braking definitely gets you getting used to. That's why I'm riding down here with my clutch mainly in, so I'm not used to engine braking. So get it up there. So that's why I think I've got to ride this bike smooth and less aggressive. Go over here, drop down into there. Nice. I always like to use the banks to drop down. And oh, CCTV in operation now, is it? Oh, fine. If you go that way, yeah, it's illegal. Yep. Oh. Yeah, that's what I did in there. I came up in third instead of second, and really let it lug. And it got down, it got low down, but it didn't stall. Didn't stall. You definitely got to do this bit in third. This bit has to be done second, but yeah, it didn't stall. It just kept lugging away. Just watched it. Whoa, come on, you're coming with me. So this will be done in second, and because it seems to definitely lug well. A lot better than before. I mean, that standstill, grip all the way. Okay, so we've got this horrible bit here now. Oh, nearly hit that rock. Push it back up. But no run up required. And just lugged up there. Give a good section back. Yep. Flew up there. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I just spent a little bit of time. I just rode up here, and it's probably the worst I've ever ridden up, because the clutch bike was right out the end, and nah, and it was just I couldn't fucking ride the thing. So now I adjust the clutch. So the clutch comes in about halfway, just over. So that should allow me to ride. Sweet. So yeah, there's a trade-off for everything. So what I've found with the clutch weight so far is that it stops the stalling going downhill, gives you super traction, keeps that motor rolling. The heavy weight, I think, it just gives you, if you want to do like some real technical, you need some real pop off the clutch, instant, and it's quite abrupt because that rotational mass is just like, as soon as you pop that clutch, there's a lot of weight behind it, and it's like, poof, so it can catch you out. So I think a 260 gram, there's what I think will still have massive benefits, but I think just doing the pivot turns there on the 350, you got to be so gentle with the clutch. If you just pop it out too quickly, boom. I mean, yeah, okay, that goes to all bikes, but it is quite. There's a lot of torque behind it, a hell of a lot. So, but I'm liking it, really liking it. The grip is just insane, and it just allows you to really lug. I'm having a good, and I've adjusted the clutch now, so I can actually ride the fucking thing. Excuse my French. Next ride we're going to try the 260 gram and see what the difference is. But so far, really impressed. And for the money you're paying, it's just the cheapest mod you can do. And if you're experiencing your 4 strokes are stalling a lot, instead of turning the idle up so they go like fucking boiling like kettles, put a clutch weight in there. If you want smooth and nice linear power delivery for your 2-stroke, get a clutch weight in there ASAP. It will smooth it right out. My TPR was like electric, just so smooth and linear. I mean, the Beta's linear as it is, but I'm going to put one in anyway, just because I can. And I think it'll even make better difference. Anyway, so yeah, let's see what we got here now. This is rooty as hell. You can either do this in a wanna or it catches you out. Oh, and you got no grip on the back either. Hold on in that mud. Too scarce, man. Nice. Yeah, baby. That's how we roll. Nice popping off. Starting to use the 350 power. The instant snap. Just to launch that front wheel. Launch myself up. Boom, 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 boom. That's the way, boy. So yeah. Good so far. Yep. Excuse me. Bit snotty. Like the trail. Alright, so we'll break for a minute. It's fun because now I'm starting to see what the 350 is all about there. It was just that little second there. It was, was like, clutch was working, clutch was in this nice range, thereabouts. Still needs a bit of fine adjustment, not on fussy bugger. But then I was able to come on, let's jump over this, let's wheelie up this, let's do that. And suddenly, I'm like, okay, this is how you ride a 4-stroke, this is how you ride. You can't lug it like a 2-stroke. You got to ride it totally different. It's making sense. Because I like to have, let's be honest, it's good to be able to ride both types of bikes, isn't it? So when I get on think about it, when I get on the Beta X train, I can just lug. Oh my god. So I think, riding a 350 in our class, this is fairly, I wouldn't say extreme, but fairly gnarly terrain. Ain't your normal lane, that's for sure. So riding in these conditions here, I think riding a 350 actually sets you up for riding. You get your clutch skills, everything, because otherwise it's just going to stall on you. Yeah. So I do think it is a beast. Yeah. Super cool. Hey, but this is a learning curve for me, guys. I'm getting used to a 350. I want to ride it well. Yeah, the suspension definitely, but I've got 1 inch of ground. I've got about 1.5 inches of travel left. To me, that is a good thing. I like to use all my suspension travel. Yep. So yeah. Okay. Let's see what we've got next. Okay. I want to go in the woods, but I can't because I'm not allowed. So I say it's slightly slower on the pickup as well. So slightly slower on the pickup there, so a little bit throttle. Obviously there's more rotational mass there, so it's bound to be. But yeah, so far so good. And that squeaking for the clutch, oh shit in my eyes, was actually because the clutch was slightly, I think, excuse me, just wait there, I've got shit in my eye, I can't see. I think the screeching from the clutch was nothing to do with the clutch weight. What it was badly adjusted clutch, so the bite was right out. So I think that little screech, tell me if I'm wrong, but that was a bit of clutch slip. That was a little bit of clutch slip, and then we're not getting that screeching anymore. That's for sure. So, yeah. And also the first gear is quite tall in comparison, and running. Woo, yeah, baby. Oh, what a laugh! What a laugh! It is quite playful, isn't it? Let's be honest. So much low down power. You can just loft that front wheel and be naughty when you want, which is it's actually quite good fun. Fuck it, yeah, I'm a 50-year-old. Oh, I'm leaking water over a 50-year-old kid. Yeah, I know. So what? Anyway, so yeah, so the reason being that clutch going is because I don't know, was it actually going yeah, it's a screech, wasn't it? It's because I think it was slight slippage at the end. Didn't like the fact the bite was nearly out and the clutch bite was right near the limit. So we adjust it out. It's literally adjusted by 1.5 millimeters. I reckon on that, just 1.5 millimeter, changed it, and it just makes a difference, guys. When your clutch ain't working, what a hell of a difference it makes in your riding style. And if it don't, then you ain't using the clutch right. But there we are. Okay, back to the garage.
So we're back in the garage now, and just from testing the heavier clutch weight. So we're going to be putting on the next one, which is 260 gram. This one here, and we've got it on the moment. Let me read it. I got my glasses on. 368 gram. So we're going to go from 368 gram to 260 gram. I think I may be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. The heavier clutch weight is better for your bigger bike. So I think if you're 350, I think it's going to be the 268 lighter one. The 260, the lighter one. The 368, the heavier 1 gram. If you think your 450s, your 500s and above, yeah, because I think that the oh my god, it's got snap. Let me tell you that, yeah. But when it's giving it a handful, it takes that bit of time because you've got that more spinning mass, and I think that it takes just that bit of time to pick up where the 450s 500s is more power, so it's not going to affect it probably as much on the pickup, but it'll be great for other reasons actually stated on the trail. So I think 260 is going to be the one. I think 368 is probably just a bit too heavy for 350, definitely too heavy for a 250. Oh yeah. So 250, 350, I think we're going to go lighter, but we'll test it, see what happens. Alright, so that'll be my next vid, but I'm going to upload this one tonight. Cheers guys, out from Pete 2 Wheels.